Hey all, my name's Michael, welcome to the channel, and we're going to be getting into some 4chan stories. If you enjoy the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Now, let's begin. Be me, 21, fresh out of college with a women's studies degree and a burning need to educate the world. Working at this trendy bookstore coffee combo downtown because my feminist theory expertise doesn't pay rent. Graduated summa cum laude with a thesis on dismantling digital patriarchy in gaming culture. Spend my free time writing feminist blog posts that get 12 likes from my echo chamber of college friends. Absolutely cannot stand pathetic gamer dudes who've never experienced human contact. Nothing more repulsive than basement dwellers who think anime waifus are acceptable substitutes for real relationships. Walking red flags with permanent Cheeto dust stains and body odor that violates Geneva Conventions. First week at new job, coworkers keep mentioning this guy Marcus with these knowing smirks. Oh, that's Marcus, he's an experience, they say while exchanging glances. Apparently some freelance IT support dude who fixes our ancient computers when they inevitably crash. Works maybe 10 hours a week, but somehow hangs around playing mobile games all day. Classic neat energy, probably hasn't seen sunlight since the Trump administration. Lives in his parents' basement despite being 24, peak failure to launch Specimen. Manager Sarah just shrugs helplessly when I ask about professional standards. He keeps our prehistoric POS system running with duct tape and prayer. We're hostages basically. Plus, he works for half what a real IT company would charge. Unfortunately, time to educate this establishment about workplace dignity. Finally, encounter the Specimen on a Tuesday morning around 11 a.m. Dude shuffles in wearing a wrinkled Naruto graphic tee and cargo shorts that haven't been washed since Bush was president. Greasy hair that defies multiple laws of physics, patchy neckbeard, thick-rimmed glasses held together with electrical tape. Immediately pulls out his cracked iPhone and starts scrolling while chugging Monster energy drinks. Completely ignores the line of customers waiting for service, just exists in his digital bubble. Doesn't make eye contact with any humans, communicates primarily through grunts and sighs. Decide to introduce myself professionally since nobody else seems capable of basic human interaction. Hi there, I'm Ashley, the new barista. You must be Marcus, the IT support person. He glances up with this condescending smirk like I just interrupted his very important meme research. I'm Marcus, you the one writing those angry Medium articles about how video games cause sexism? My face when this unwashed goblin somehow discovered my entire digital footprint, probably spent his weekend stalking my social media instead of showering, try to maintain professional composure, but he keeps pushing boundaries. Actually, I write about dismantling systemic oppression, maybe you should try reading sometime. Marcus leans back in his chair with this insufferable grin spreading across his face. Nah, I read plenty, just finished your piece about Twitch streamers perpetuating male gaze theory. Pretty cringe TBH, did you actually research streaming culture or just assume everything? This digital hermit not only found my academic work, but has the audacity to critique it. Entire coffee shop atmosphere shifts as customers start paying attention to our exchange. Decide to assert intellectual dominance since he clearly doesn't understand academic rigor. Maybe you should worry less about critiquing women's scholarly work and more about developing actual life skills. Marcus doesn't even flinch, just keeps scrolling his phone like I'm background noise. Life skills like serving overpriced coffee to finance majors while drowning in student loan debt. Pulls out his phone and casually shows me some trading app with green numbers everywhere. Been day trading crypto since high school, made more this morning than you'll make this month. How is this basement creature apparently financially successful while I'm grinding for tips? Customers start openly eavesdropping, some even pulling out phones to record. This is definitely not going according to my mental script. Financial success doesn't excuse contributing to toxic online culture that harms women. Marcus finally looks up from his screen with genuine amusement. You mean like how you spend 6 hours daily on Twitter arguing with strangers about pronouns, or posting Instagram stories about how all men are trash while thirsting over Chris Evans? How the actual fuck does he have detailed knowledge of my social media habits? Starts rattling off specific statistics about dating app demographics and success rates. Modern dating market's completely broken anyway. Women swipe right on 3% of profiles, then write dissertations about why they're single. Hypergamy's real Pareto principle applies to relationships. 80-20 rule is mathematical fact. What is this man? A walking encyclopedia of manosphere research with Wi-Fi access. Several customers are now openly laughing at his casual demolition of dating culture, decide to escalate and attack his obvious social deficiencies. When's the last time you actually went outside and had a meaningful conversation with a real woman? Marcus sets his phone down and makes direct eye contact for the first time. When's the last time you had any conversation that didn't involve complaining about imaginary oppression, or blaming your personal failures on systemic issues that conveniently excuse accountability? Entire bookstore erupts in barely suppressed laughter and scattered applause. Even Sarah behind the espresso machine is covering her mouth trying not to crack up. This unwashed gremlin just psychoanalyzed my entire personality using nothing but smartphone observations. Couple of college-aged customers start openly agreeing with his analysis. Damn bros spitting facts, one whispers to his girlfriend, who's nodding along. Lunch break finally arrives. I'm stress eating a $15 avocado toast while plotting elaborate revenge. See Marcus in his usual corner booth, still attached to his phone like a digital parasite, probably browsing Reddit forums about how superior Japanese culture is to Western degeneracy. Sneak a peek at his screen when walking by to clear tables. He's literally live tweeting our earlier conversation with play-by-play commentary, notifications exploding as his followers engage with the real-time feminist destruction content. Somehow gained 200 new Twitter followers just from documenting our interaction. This digital hermit is crowdsourcing my public humiliation and monetizing it simultaneously. Check my own notifications. His posts about me are getting more engagement than anything I've ever written. Random strangers are now following me just to argue with my old feminist takes. My carefully curated online presence being invaded by his army of basement dwellers. At least I don't spend my entire pathetic existence online like some people I could mention. Marcus doesn't even look up from typing his latest Twitter thread. You posted 31 times across all platforms yesterday. I posted 3 times. Who lives online again? Also, your screen time averages almost 9 hours daily according to your Instagram stories about digital detox failures. How is he maintaining detailed analytics on my internet usage like some kind of stalker algorithm? Start showing other customers a spreadsheet he apparently made tracking social media addiction patterns. Modern feminism is just performative activism designed to generate dopamine hits from virtue signaling. Pulls up actual research papers on his phone about social media psychology and addiction patterns. Customers at nearby tables have now formed an impromptu audience for his impromptu sociology lecture. Marcus starts explaining attachment theory and how social media exploits psychological vulnerabilities. Apparently, this NEET has been reading actual academic literature in his spare time. Some customers are taking notes like this is an actual educational experience. One older woman asks if he teaches classes anywhere. He just shrugs. Nah, formal education system is mostly ideological programming designed to create compliant consumers. This basement philosopher just casually dismissed my entire college experience as corporate brainwashing. Worst part is, several customers are nodding along like he's making valid points. End of shift approaches, I'm mentally preparing counter arguments for tomorrow's inevitable round 2. Marcus packs up his electronics with practiced efficiency, clearly preparing to leave. Fist bumps the morning regular customers who apparently consider him some kind of local celebrity. Same time tomorrow, Ashley, I'll bring my A material next time. Walking toward the exit when he pauses and turns back. Oh, and check your DMs tonight, sent you some reading recommendations. Might help expand your worldview beyond gender studies echo chambers. End of shift, sitting in my car, checking notifications with growing horror. New message from Marcus with a reading list of actual academic papers. Topics include evolutionary psychology, behavioral economics, and statistical analysis of modern relationships. Attached meme. Feminist destroyed by facts and logic any percent speedrun world record. Somehow gained 500 new followers overnight. Half of them seem to be his audience. My mentions filled with people requesting debates and challenging my previous posts. Accidentally created a viral moment by getting intellectually demolished in public. My face when the basement dweller wasn't supposed to be this articulate and well-researched. He completely dismantled my worldview using nothing but smartphone apps and actual data. Worst part, starting to realize he might actually know what he's talking about. Maybe there's significantly more intellectual depth to this digital degenerate than initially apparent. Definitely not developing grudging respect for his chaotic energy and unconventional wisdom. Absolutely not curious about his other opinions on society and human behavior. This is purely professional interest in understanding ideological opposition. Yeah, that's definitely what this weird feeling of intellectual attraction is. Probably should read those papers he sent just to prepare better counter arguments. Definitely not because I'm genuinely curious about his perspective now.